Are you a stressed out tech professional? Well, let me help you. In this video, I will tell you how meditation can help with alleviating your stress. Meditation comes in many shapes and sizes, but at its core, it's all about withdrawing the senses and calming down your monkey-like mind. The reason why it's called a monkey-like mind, and it's important to keep the analogy between the monkey and the mind, is because just like the monkey who jumps from one tree to another, from one branch to another, so does your mind. It jumps from one thought to another, to another, to another, to another, without any stopping. The process of meditation upregulates your parasympathetic autonomous nervous system, otherwise known as your rest and digest system, and that has a profound, noticeable effect, not just on your body, but also on your mind. So what do you need to meditate? The answer is very simple. Just two things: a quiet space and a comfortable place to sit. In terms of the quiet space, make sure you are in a space where you cannot be easily disturbed. And a lot of times, the main culprit is our phone. So make sure you put it on silent and take it to another room so that you don't get disturbed by its buzzing. And the second thing is being able to sit comfortably. Now, for many people, this could be sitting in a chair. Some people like to sit on pillows or cushions. Some yogis sit on the floor or on a yoga mat or on a yoga block. The key thing here is to find a comfortable sitting position where your spine is erect or nice and straight, and a position that you can maintain for a minimum of 3 to 5 minutes. As I mentioned before, there are many different types of meditations, but in this video, we're going to be covering 3 specific types of meditations that are particularly easy or more suited for beginners to start with. The first meditation is called focusing on the breath, and it's exactly what it sounds. We're going to be using our breath as the anchor for a busy mind. So finding a nice quiet space where you sit comfortably, closing the eyes, and start observing your breath. And every time your mind wanders around, you're going to bring it back and anchor it in your breath. It sounds easy, but it's not. But it's definitely very worth trying, because with time, it will help you focus and distress. The second type of meditation is called cycling through the senses. Same idea. Quiet space, comfortable sitting, close your eyes, and bring all of your attention into your sense of hearing, and just kind of see what it feels to hear things in your environment. Then we're going to be switching to another sense and another sense, cycling through all of the 5 senses. And we're going to rinse and repeat. What does this do for you? Well, what it does, it allows you to really zero in on all of your 5 senses and withdraw the 5 senses back inwards, in effect, calming your mind. The third type of meditation is the relaxation meditation. And basically, the approach in this type of meditation is very simple. Imagine a part of your body, maybe it's your legs, maybe it's your arms, maybe it's your face, whatever the case may be, and send it a relaxation command. Mental relaxation command. We're going to be cycling through all of our body, head to toe, or rather toe to head, doesn't really matter in which sequence, and calling out each part of the body, sending the relaxation command. And by the time you are done through the entire cycle, I can guarantee you that you will be in a very blissful, relaxed state. And some of you may even fall asleep, which is probably a good thing, because we all have very busy lives and don't get enough sleep anyways. Let's do a quick demo of each meditation just to give you an idea or a sense of what it looks like. The first one we talked about is the focusing on the breath. I am in a very quiet space right now. Nobody's disturbing me. All I need to do right now is just find something to sit on. I'm going to use this pillow and position myself in a nice, comfortable place, I like to sit cross-legged. If you can't do this, no big deal. You can just have your feet on the floor, maybe even use a chair to prop up your spine. The key point here is that you want to sit on something in such a way that your spine is nice and tall. Once you have found this position, close your eyes. It usually helps with taking a deep inhalation and exhalation just to find your breath, because we are generally not very aware how we are breathing. So just take a moment here to take a couple of breaths. And then what I found easy in this particular meditation is, as you are inhaling, you're starting to count. Inhaling for 1. Exhaling for 1. You obviously don't say it out loud. You say it inside of your mind. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling for 2. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 3. Inhaling for 4. And exhaling for 4. You get the idea. And as you're going through this exercise, probably the first 5, 6 inhalations and exhalations, you'll be able to maintain the focus. But then your mind's going to jump into whatever the thing that was bothering you before your meditation practice. And before you know it, you'll be completely absorbed by that thought. As soon as you realize that your mind has shifted away from counting your inhalations and exhalations, very gently, without any anger and judgment, bring it back and start counting from 1. So reset the count. You go through this process for as long as you possibly can. In the beginning, it's going to be very frustrating because you will realize that your mind is going to jump all over the place. And you're only going to be able to get to maybe 5, 6, 7 counts before you completely lose yourself in your thoughts. That is perfectly normal, and everybody goes through that. Remember, the point here is not to stop your thinking process. The point here is to become aware of your thoughts and generally pull the focus back into your breath. Think of it as going to a gym, a mental gym. So when you go to a normal gym and you work out your muscles, there's a bit of pain involved, but then after a while, your muscles become more effective and they are able to pull heavier load and they're able to perform better. The same thing here happens with meditation. It's a little bit painful, could be a little bit discomforting to find out that you're not able to concentrate on your breath as well as you thought you would be able to. But with time and persistence, you're going to get better and better. You're really going to train your meditation mindful muscle. That's the thing to keep in mind. So that's just the general flow of this first type of meditation. For the second type of meditation, and this is just, remember, I'm just giving you a taste, and make sure to check out my additional videos where I go into depth on each type of meditation and provide an actual guided meditation. So just to get a sense of what that second type of meditation looks like, once again, find a quiet space, comfortable sitting, close your eyes, and what I want you to do is, even with your eyes closed, bring all of your focus and all of your attention into your eyes. So even though your eyes are closed, see what can you see with closed eyes. It could be some shadows, maybe some spotlights, maybe some blinking, whatever. It absolutely doesn't matter. But just stay focused on what is it that you can see with your closed eyes. Just pretend that you don't have any other senses. The only sense that is left to you is your sense of sight. And just stay with that for a moment. Then take all of that concentration, all of that effort that you just invested, and shift it into your sense of smell. Just imagine that smell is the only thing that you have left for you. You can't do anything. The only thing you can do is smell. Take a sniff, smell what the air in your environment smells like, notice its temperature, notice its humidity level, notice how the breath goes in and out of your nostrils. Just put all of your concentration into that sense. And then we're going to cycle to our sense of hearing. Do the same thing with hearing, sense of taste, and sense of touch, which is essentially using the surface of our skin to feel the environment around us, feel how the air is brushing against our skin, how our body is rooting into the ground, maybe feeling how clothes is rubbing parts of your body, whatever the case may be. But the idea is to go and pretend that you only have one sense at a time and cycle through all of the 5 senses, and then repeat the cycle for as long as you possibly can. And this is really going to zoom you in or zero you in into your inward experience. For the third type of meditation, you can do it in 2 ways. You can do it sitting down, or you can do it lying down. Now, if you choose to do this meditation lying down, because this is a relaxation meditation, just be aware that there's a higher degree of probability that you will fall asleep at the end of this meditation. So if you have some problems with sleep, insomnia, or just need some help falling asleep, you should try doing this in the comfort of your bed. But if you want to just relax your body, but at the same time to stay awake and aware, do it sitting. And at its core, once again, finding quiet place, comfortable sitting or lying down. At its core, what we're going to do is we're going to visualize a part of the body and send it a relaxation command. This is how it looks like. Close your eyes, visualize your feet. Doesn't matter whether it's left or right, just visualize your feet. In your mind's eye, send a command to your feet. Just picture your feet and mentally say, relax, 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 and visualize your feet relaxing. Then let's visualize the next adjacent part of the body, your ankles. Visualize your ankles and mentally pronounce, relax, 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 and really picture your ankles relaxing. And then we're going to move to calves, knees, thighs, so on and so forth until we reach the crown of the head. Every time sending 3 powerful relaxation commands. And by the time you get to the crown of your head, I can guarantee you that you will be very, very relaxed. Let's talk about troubleshooting. Meditation can be and is a tricky thing to master. One of the hardest things in life is to control your mind. But it is possible, and it does have enormous benefits. There are 2 major distractions that you're going to encounter as you are taking on meditation. The first one is the wandering mind. Your mind is going to wander all over the place. The best thing to keep in mind is that it's actually perfectly normal for the mind to wander. See, mind is a thinking machine. All it does is just thinks. It's a great tool for solving problems, and it's perfectly designed by nature to do thinking. So attempting to completely cease thinking or to prevent the mind from thinking that just doesn't work. It's absolutely impossible. So the next best thing that you can do is you can observe your mind as an outside observer and really be curious, really get curious how your mind is thinking. And it's process of this characteristic of being curious about how your mind is thinking is how you should approach this distraction. So every time your mind is drifting away from meditation, from keeping your attention on your breath, be curious. Where did it go? How did it get there? And then gently bring it back. No judgment, no forceful, let's get it back, no anger at yourself. You will have good days, you will have bad days, but just keep in mind that even on bad days, you are making progress. The second distraction is yourself. You will find all kinds of excuses to not meditate, not finding the time. Some people think that meditation is a waste of time, spending 5-10 minutes in the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, sitting doing nothing, sounds like a waste of time. Well, it's not, because what you're doing here is you're really taking your mind into a mental gym, making it much more effective and much more productive. So the 10-15 minutes that you spend meditating throughout the day, maybe even twice a day, will actually result in oodles of time saved when you attempt to do tasks that require focus and concentration. Plus, think about all of the positive, healthy health benefits bestowed on you by upregulating the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing down that fight or flight state where most of us are finding ourselves these days into a much more soothing, calming, natural rest and digest state. So finding the time to meditate is really, really key. And I like the philosophy of flossing one tooth at a time. If you ever went to a dentist and the dentist gave you shit for not flossing your teeth, you said to yourself, well, I'm gonna floss my teeth every day. And you probably didn't. So do this. Just floss one tooth a day and see what happens. Same thing with meditation. Just pick a time, maybe it's in the morning, maybe before you go to bed, or maybe it's during your lunchtime. Just 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute. Start with 1 minute, then do 2 minutes, then do 3 minutes, and see how it works. Just building that habit, and the key thing here is consistency, will give you a much better result overall. So in conclusion, we reviewed 3 types of meditation: focusing on the breath, cycling through the senses, and the relaxation meditation. All meditations are quite accessible to beginners. So try all of them, and pick the one that you feel or you like the best. Create a schedule and try it out for 3 weeks and see what happens. Observe yourself right now and observe yourself 3 to 4 weeks from now, and notice if anything has shifted in the way you are approaching meditation and in the way you feel after your meditation session is done. And for more in-depth description of each meditation, check my additional videos. And of course, check out the guided meditation videos for each of the 3 types of meditations that we have covered in this video. And of course, post your comments and feedback in the comments of this video so that I can produce content that speaks to you and that matters to you. My name is Kieran, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.